Welcome to the Mendocino National Forest. From a much simpler time in life, 2019, Brian and I had driven up to the Mendocino National Forest. He needed to check out his new to him Chevy Blazer. And me? I had just installed a lift on my truck, so it was time to get my feet dirty. We had driven up not knowing that it had been snowing for the past day and a half, so when we arrived to what looked like a WRC race, streets lined with people, only this was more kids with sleds and snow discs. So we carefully crept through up the mountain, past all the people, up into tree line, and set up a camp. We'll pick it up in the morning, on our way to Deer Valley. And with Brian in tow, see if we can find the way to Deer Valley, Deer Creek, Deer Valley I believe it is, on nice doughy snowy roads. I've got new tires. Brian's got less than all-terrains, so I gotta kind of keep an eye on him back there. He's good. This must be the place. Yeah, I guess this is it. There's a shitter, but I don't see any actual campsite. So it's not just a clever name. There's actually deer in Deer Valley. They call it Deer Valley for a reason. And it looks like, again, we have an entire campground and a mountainside to ourselves. Let's see what we've got. No motorcycle riding in the campground. Always trying to hurt us. So here we are in Deer Valley. Deer Valley campground, and the first thing that happens is we scare all the deer out of it. There's actually deer in Deer Valley. There's a lean-to. I think this is our spot. There's a lean-to shelter built. And closest proximity to the restrooms without being Nah, I guess technically this one would be the closest. But I gotta check out this thing across the street. Looks like somebody's built a lean-to. Looks like it needs some improvements, but done pretty well.
I bet somebody had a good time doing it, and that's the point.
Yeah. And the Blazer doesn't look like it's doing too badly on
Dude, the Blazer's schmobbing, man. It's badass.
I made a comment about the fact that those are not all-terrain tires, but with the four-wheel drive, they're just cutting through and grabbing.
Dude, kicking ass. This is cool. We got to bring the bikes up here.
That's true.
This would be a cool ride on the bikes.
You are standing before one of the many plantations established after the 1996 fork fire. Okay. The adjacent plaque honors those who have helped with the reforestation, yada yada yada, Mendocino National Forest. Penny pines. Penny pines. It's still early. I think it's maybe 10:30 is my guess. No, 10:50 in the morning. So we've got all day to wander around and check out some trails. See, I totally could have used some mud flaps up here. The 4x4 shop stole my mud flaps. Little rooster.
Doing well. I'm not even really spinning. I think it's just slop, you know?
Yeah, it's just everything is all sludgy, and so all of the snow that's here is beautiful, but it's on the melt. It's not supposed to get down to freezing again, even though it's not going to get above 45. It's still not going to get below 35. So we should be golden. It's a matter of seeing how many of the rounds from all the firewood left behind from previous campers, see what we can split up and see if we can find any dry centers. Plus, there was a bunch of that stuff that was off to the side of the road on the right going down the hill that was poking up that we could just go in. It's up in the air, it's not on the ground, and we can just saw the ends off and bring that stuff in.
You can take what's under the lean-to over there.
Yeah, shit, we could burn the lean-to right there where it stands. Joking. Plus, it's still early. It's not even 11 o'clock, so we have
not even 11.
We have plenty of time to go explore, see how much farther up the road things go. And plus, there was at least 3 or 4 good dispersed camping spots on the way in that were up on the rise on turnouts. That there's snowmen there. People day used it.
Yeah, lots of people are used to it.
Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Come on, don't leave me hanging. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Traction issue number one. To be expected, not all-terrain tires, very streetish. I was glad to see him get up as far as he did and where we are. Hopefully he'll take another cut. He made it within 20 yards of the top. So hopefully he'll safely back down and get a run, because everything else up here is just...
I can't go forward and I can't see what I'm backing up into.
Okay. All right, I will turn around and come back down. Ta-da! Sorry I wasn't filming that. He says he's getting stuck turning around. All right, I'll wait for you at the top. All right, here he comes. The motor sounds pretty beastly. Great success. And away he goes. Sometimes you just got to make another run at it, right? Okay, brake is off. All of my traction aids are on. I know I don't need it. I'm in four-wheel low, and I've got my differentials locked. I figured if I'm in the conditions where I have full slip, I can go ahead and activate everything that I have and make sure that everything is used, fluids are cycled, plates are coated, yada yada yada. So gotta run this stuff through its paces when you can, because these commuters, I've been using this to commute a lot, and I realized at some point, I used to live on a hill where I used four-wheel drive. I used to use four-wheel drive every day. But then I realized at some point that it had been a while since I even put it in four-wheel drive. I don't know. We can call well enough, well enough.
Enough is well enough. Let's park here for a minute, just chill.
Alright, pull off. I will come back. We are going to call well enough as not to push Brian's vehicle into a spot we can't get out of without too much trouble. So I'm going to turn around and we're going to take a break here and enjoy the spoils of our drive. Yeehaw. Looks like home for the night. But first, there's time for a little
I
exploring.
was afraid I couldn't get back up. Oh, wow.
There's a puddle above us. Like,
There is.
we just drove past below waterline. Hello, folks. Is it on? Yeah, it's on.
Yeah, red light's blinking.
You're blinking.
Figured we haven't seen any of this, you know. It's time to turn on the camera. Blazer only made it so far.
But it made it.
Did.
Made it a long ways. Wow. So that looks to be the range that extends back to the northwest from here, that goes up to where we stayed at the trailhead. What was the name of the trailhead? West Crockett Trailhead is up that range. Apparently, according to the GPS, we're coming up on Elk Knob. Elk Knob is ahead. We have taken Elk Knob. I know it sounds gross, but we're breaking trail on snow.
Nobody has been here.
I don't really think we're going to go too far on Elk Knob.
We're going all the way.
What if I
You love Elk
what
Knob.
What if I don't prefer Elk Knob?
What's not to like? Jesus, that. What is that? Slide? Slush.
Yeah, this is a little moist. Soupy. Yeah, this would be a good spot to turn around. Welcome to Elk
Ooh.
Knob.
Wow.
Whoa. Isn't that just scenic? Last thing I'd want to do is back up here and suddenly found myself stuck on Elk Knob. I'm out of here. What kind of track is that? Snow.
Huh?
What kind of tracks?
There are definitely tracks.
All right, it looks like, I don't know, it's a decent trail ride. It is almost 2:30. Lunch may not have been enough, so I think we're gonna head back to camp and eat something and maybe crack open a beer and try to set up, see what we got for firewood, and do some camp nesting. The Rolling Hilton. I just go ahead and sleep inside. This is not roughing it. This is not what I call camping. It almost feels like camping. We get the campfire, the camp food, the beers, the surroundings. In this case, the forest, the snow, the trails. I can bring all my stuff like I normally do, but it's all my stuff on the left and my bed on the right. And I have just enough room to sleep inside and be comfortable. And no matter the conditions so far, I've been down in the 20s. We almost had a chance this weekend. We could have been up in the Plaskett Meadows area, which it was in the teens overnight, waking up to mid-teens in the morning, and that really would have been the supreme test of gear. But this was just a lot more inviting, and I'm glad that we chose this. The Mendocino National Forest in general is starting to become one of my favorites. All of them are good, but after a while, you start to realize that even during these winter months, we actually still have access to this. So on a system of rating, accessibility has to be one of the considerations. It's definitely accessible. So forest maintenance has been done the last couple of years. Last winter, it was just closed. The forest was closed because of the fires, but since then, fire crews have come through, forest crews, and they've cut down unsafe trees. They've lopped stuff off into these stacks of firewood, or what will become firewood after they sit for a season. Future firewood, future firewood, hopefully tonight's firewood, future firewood, future firewood. And the whole campground's up there. They're just covered with stacks of wood. So, thank you! Oh, the first time. For all the folks watching, that's the first time that he actually had to take more than one swing. He's been splitting this first try on all of them. Ah, cannot.
Wood.
Yeah, Boy Scout motto. Let's see if it burns. The greatest fire that there ever was. No one sticking it, bro.
You know, with the grill in the background. They get you.
Yeah, right. It looks like the Fortress of Solitude in wood. "35 degrees outside."
No, it's not.
45.
There you go. Thought you were gonna get me, huh?
No. I thought I was gonna get the audience.
Ah!
They don't know what's really going on.
we bring up the stage lights, please?
Yeah. It's 45 degrees. It's chilly. Perfect for a fire, not freezing. It's a Sunday night.
It is.
So I have tomorrow off work. You took tomorrow off work. Most people still have to go to work tomorrow. There is nobody within
I don't even know how to guess how many
20
miles.
square miles.
Now, that's only like 10 miles each direction.
This is,
I think it's more than that.
yeah, but at the very least, this is freedom. This is freedom. Battery's gonna die.
That's a lot of heat.
So this morning's fire consists of simply just putting debris up on top of the coals from last night. No lighters, no matches, just stacking the cardboard and firewood pieces up on top, and this thing's about to burst any moment. Any moment. Any moment. Wait for it. Ah, there it is. And just like that.
Fire!
Yeehaw. Good morning. Looks like a lot of the snow is almost just gone. The stuff that was in camp is just speckled or gone. Did not get below 44 degrees last night,
That was the low?
and I guess that's the reason why we came to this section of the forest, so we could dodge the waking up in the teens. Nobody likes the teens. Basically, camp is done. We're just procrastinating. I'm procrastinating because I don't want to leave. The wood, there's a little bit left. We're just kind of letting this burn whatever wood is left in here before dousing it. And we keep having this conversation here at camp. I've had it in my own head when I'm camping solo, and we keep saying it when we're out here. Who would not want to do this? Who doesn't want to come out to the outdoors, to the forest, and be outside and have a fire? And aside from me flapping my gums right now, enjoy the silence of the forest.
Trees and the wind.
The wind and the trees, the snow melting, creating a little creek in the background down in this little gully. How could you not want to do this every occasion that you get the opportunity? Last weekend, we were up here, didn't get the chance to go driving around because it was just an overnight. And people during the week, oh, what are you doing with your 3D weekend? Say, I'm going camping. Didn't you just go camping? It's like, yeah. So can't I go camping again? I live here. I stay in town because I have to go to work.
This is living.
It doesn't take much. It's not expensive to come out here. It's not expensive to do this. It's just gas money. You spend that to get to work. Sleeping bag. Just the basics.
Food, water, shelter.
Food, water, shelter. You need to eat, bring food. You need to drink, bring water, bring beer. Wind in the trees.
Raindrops on my jacket.
Raindrops are falling on my jacket.
That's what I hear that. Yes, it is.
It's actually starting to rain more than just kind of sprinkle. So we're all packed up. It's apparently 10:30 in the morning. I've been up since 7. It's like right when it starts to get light out. So we're gonna douse the fire and do a bit more off-roading to get out of here. I want to come back next weekend. This is totally something that we could have done on the bikes. I knew that based on the weather reports, the precipitation was going to hold off until today. I was expecting maybe a little bit later, but I don't think we did anything except for the sloppy stuff on the way in that we would have been able to do on the bikes. But it's just a lot easier in the trucks. And plus, wanting to test my new lift and Brian working the bugs out of his newly resurrected Blazer, I think we had a pretty successful trip. Wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah. More Mendo. This is all good places to be.
Mendocino National Forest. Stay away. Go somewhere else. It's ours. Starting from scratch. Ta-da! Golden. Hope it starts. It's not entirely true. Another morning in the books. I don't want to leave. Happy Monday. Phew.